Hey, what is up guys? Bricks96 here. Today's Lego set we're going to take a look at is 71845. That's Lloyd's Jet Mech. Comes with 1,112 pieces. Retails for $110. And I am reviewing this set today because Ninjago and Fortnite finally came together. I am taking a look at the Lego version right now in Lego Odyssey. There's Lloyd right there. The other ninjas are in the shop. I'm probably gonna buy Jay, but yeah, let's take a look at this set right here. This one's gonna be really cool. I can't wait. Yeah, turning it around right here. Yep, combining this set with Thunder Fang's gonna be really cool. This jet actually reminds me of the Pelican from Halo. But taking a look at on the side right here, you can see the transformation taking place right there. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to build this set. So yeah, let's build this set and take a look at it. Alright guys, here it is, all built and looking pretty good. In all honesty, I was not really impressed when I first saw images of this set. I was seeing reviews and the reviews weren't, they weren't too well in my opinion, but man, having this set in hand, built, and doing the transformations, man, this set is actually really cool. And then as far as the cool side build, it is giving what do you call it, space police vibes. Really cool. And then this other side build, which is this skeleton dragon, which is, I think in my opinion, really cool, because you can actually combine this dragon with Thunderfang, which I think is really cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at these builds all individually. We'll take a look at the minifigures, the main build, and then at the end I'll let you guys know what I think. Alrighty guys, so these are the 5 minifigures that are included in this set, in no particular order as far as my favorites. We do have the Spectral Dragonian Warrior right here. We do have Tyr, which is the general of them right here. We do have Sora in her new outfit, I believe. We do have the exclusive minifigure Kerr, and then we have Lloyd right there. We'll take a look at the Spectral Dragonian Warrior first. We're going to take a look at him without armor, because he does have the exact same face and torso printing as Tyr. The only difference is he does have the ghost tail, which is pretty cool. It's dual molded in trans clear light blue and white. His arms are also trans clear blue. His hands are red, which makes it look actually pretty cool, especially with the metallic printing right there being in that silver, and then with the red eyes, pops pretty well. Turning it around, you can see he does have some more metallic printing in the back, and then I do not know what the back of the head says. I know it's Ninjago, but I don't know what it's saying. This minifigure did come with a gunmetal gray helmet, and then also this newer navy blue shoulder bottom jaw piece, which you can connect, and I'll show you with actually Tyr how it looks. So Tyr, which is kind of interesting, comes with the gunmetal shoulder bottom jaw piece, navy blue wings, and a white dragon helmet that makes it look like a skull, which is really cool. And I say it's interesting because how this one comes with the navy blue wings, you would think, you would want the navy blue with the navy blue, and then the metallic gray helmet, or the gunmetal gray helmet with the gunmetal gray shoulder bottom jaw piece. But apparently, they knew these 3 colors look pretty cool, because in my opinion they actually look pretty dang cool. But yeah, as you can see, he does have the bottom legs trans clear blue. It also does have printing, which looks pretty cool. It is giving me like Shadow Dojo vibes, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this leg printing is the same as all of the other Spectral Dragonian Warriors. The only exclusivity on this minifigure that you can tell the difference is on that helmet right there. But yeah, this is a really cool minifigure in my opinion. Pretty cool staff. Obviously it's a built staff, but not honestly, it's not even that big. I know a lot of brick build weapons are oversized, especially for Ninjago, Monkey Kid, and things like that. But yeah, I think this minifigure is really, really cool. The next minifigure we will be taking a look at is going to be Sora. I do know Sora's outfit for this is brand new. I really do like the colors on this one. She does have her cat ears, as you can see. The new armor pieces for this are pretty cool. I don't like that, you know, you can't really move the head a lot. You know, as far as posabilities, taking pictures and things like that, but still really cool that on the right shoulder you do have the dragon head right there, and then on the other side you do have bamboo. Still, I really do like this new armor piece that they are using for the ninjas. She is holding the lantern. I can't remember what it's called. Prismatic lantern, because I know it's called like a prismatic blade. I'm not quite too sure what the lantern's called. But yeah, Sora does. I believe this is a new outfit for Sora. We will actually take off the lantern and show you what it looks like in the front. Really, really cool. We can take off. Right now we'll take off the shoulder and then the hairpiece so we can take a look at how she looks. Alrighty, so this is how she looks without her armor. Turning in her around, you can see she does have, I believe that's her sign. I'm not quite too sure, but it does look pretty cool that it's in, that looks like a cat with the eyes, the ears, and then the tail. Really, really cool. But yeah, I think this is a really cool minifigure. It is a shame that she does not get a lot of suits. But when she does get suits, I think they look pretty cool. The next minifigure we will be taking a look at, it is going to be Lloyd. This Lloyd is cool, I want to say, and I say it like that because to me there's just a lot of green. They probably could have done the bottom shoulder like dragon piece in probably dark green, because this is just too much light green for me. As you can see, you can barely see the light green on the gold, on the dual molded with the gold. Yeah, it just looks all either light green, or I'm colorblind, so to me it's just looks all like one solid color in a way. But I do know a lot of people said the you know the there are too many different greens on Lloyd can look good. Sometimes it can look bad, and fortunately for this case it doesn't look that well. Lloyd does come with this blade that I will actually show you guys what it does when we see one of the side builds. But yeah, this Lloyd will take off the shoulder piece and the hair to take a look at it. Alrighty, so like this, in my opinion, I really like the Lloyd, how he looks like this. It is very minimal, but I mean the detail in the minifigures, as always, are very well done. I turned this around and, you know, it is very bare. In my opinion, it could have had a lot more stuff on, like behind his right shoulder. I really do like this head, this dual molded head piece for Lloyd. It's the long hair with the bandana. Looks really cool. You can see Lloyd also does have an angry expression turning him around, which in my opinion looks really cool. But yeah, I do think Lloyd like this looks, it looks well. I think Lloyd like this is the best, because again, this piece for me just looks, it just looks too much. Like even up close you can kind of barely see the eyes. But yeah, this light green and gold does not match. It probably could have done justice with like the darker green that he has on the trimmings of his robe, which I think, and his undershirt actually right there, which would have looked pretty cool. I do like it. He also has the armor right there. But yeah, the next minifigure we're going to take a look at is the best minifigure in my opinion, and that is I believe this is the last member of the Forbidden Five that we were missing, and it is Kerr. I don't know what Kerr is the element master of, or the elemental master of. I want to say it's like decay. I'm not quite too sure again, but this minifigure, in my opinion, is one of the best is one of the best minifigures we have had all year. And yep, turning it around, you can see this minifigure has arm printing. We'll take a look at its weapon first. I do actually like this weapon. It's more of like a scythe-like thing. I think again, they are usually very oversized, but you know, for this and what it's trying to be, I still think it's kind of cool. One thing I've actually noticed is all of the Forbidden Five do use this monkey hilt piece in like this newer, or this like, I don't even know what it is, like sand green color. Yeah, I've noticed they all use their weapons have this hilt. I don't know if you guys noticed that or if it was intentional, but yeah, I've noticed that. Taking off Kerr's, actually we'll show you how it looks. So this I believe this one was first in this headpiece was first introduced in the Rogue the Mech Dragon in navy blue. It looks amazing in brown. Man, oh man, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna want to buy this piece alone just for their mock builds, for their Ninjago cities. And I dropped it for their Ninjago cities. Yeah, this piece is really cool, but not as cool as Kerr. I mean, look at Kerr, dude. Look at him. He looks like I believe, yeah, I believe Kerr is a male. Kerr looks like a mummy. Oh man, I can't even say much. Turning Kerr around, you can see a little bit of hair coming out in the back. It does have the bandage pieces, and you can see there's gold trimming on the bandage pieces. In the back, it does have the same I'll show you guys the symbol that I believe is on there. Or actually, no, yeah, it is the same symbol as the back of the head. Yeah, there it is. So it is the same symbol. Again, I'm not quite too sure what the symbol is. It's probably for Thunderfang or something like that. But the best thing about this minifigure, turning in the armor piece around, look at that arm printing. I think this is the second Ninjago minifigure that has had arm printing. The first one being Sora, and yeah, man, oh man, is this minifigure amazing. It is probably it's gonna be in my top 10 minifigures of 2025. Yeah, this minifigure is really good. Sorry about that, but yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the side builds on the rest of these things. Alrighty, the first side build we'll take a look at is going to be Sora's speeder. I really do like this speeder. It is giving off Space Police vibes. Very simple. I do like the pink like thrusters looking. It looks pretty cool. Obviously you can move the back up and down, but I don't think it's intended for that. I think it's just intended to be like this and give off like the bike, like a bike or motorcycle vibes. Again, I don't know what if these are saying anything in jargon. If they're lettered in jargon, to me they look like the letter K. But yeah, I really do like the exhaust or the engine piece in the front. That is what's giving major Space Police vibes. You do see it, but I do believe these are blasters in the front. With the trans clear pink, I wouldn't believe that they are thrusters. But yeah, it is honestly really cool putting Sora on there and then watching her fly around, and then, you know, trying to battle the new dragons, which actually looks pretty cool. As you can see, using the box art, it looks like she's actually fighting them right there. But yeah, this is a really cool side build in my opinion, but it gets better from here, guys, because the next side build we're going to take a look at, I think, is one of the best side builds I've built all year. But yeah, let's take a look at it. Alrighty guys, this is it. This is, I don't know what this is called, but I'm just calling it the Skeleton Dragon, because man, oh man, this is actually a really cool side build. I actually don't like that it is on the hinge pieces right here. It doesn't really give it that much mobility in the back legs, as you can see. Actually all 4 feet are on mixable ball joints, which is really cool. You do have the bony tail, which is pretty cool. You can, pose it in many different ways to give the the build some type of, I guess you can see some type of behavior, some type of character, because the head only moves up and down. There's not much you can do, because you can see it is connected on 2 ball joints right there. I really do like this new sculpt piece that they are using for this build. The bottom jaw piece is a bit lacking, but it is a lot better than another set that's in this wave. I'm not gonna say anything around two. But yeah, this dragon is really cool. I do actually like the wings in the back right here. They are actually on hinge pieces as well, but I think the wings being on hinge pieces work a lot better than just the back legs being on hinge pieces, because they can just be held straight like like it's flying. But you see, I don't know if he's really meant to fly that well, or if he's just meant to like glide. But yeah, I actually do like that the ribs right here actually act as a stopper, so you're not putting the dragon all the way too high. But yeah, making the dragon posing the dragon with its mouth open a little bit looks really cool, especially next to a minifigure. We'll just take her for example. Yeah, look how big it is. It's a pretty big side build, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, as far as the flags go, one thing I actually did want to show you guys is these flags. Like every other set do show that symbol right there. I do believe it is for Thunderfang. But yeah, you can see it's like light shining all white, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is a really cool side build in my opinion. But let's go ahead and take a look at the main build, because the main build is what I think pretty cool. At first I didn't like it, but yeah, let's take a look at it. Alrighty guys, so here is the mech. So the mech is actually a pretty cool mech. At first when I was looking at pictures, I wasn't really liking it. I honestly like the jet form of it a lot better. But taking a look at the mech, you can actually see it is my camera is kind of far out, just so you guys can actually see the size of this mech, which is pretty cool. As far as the wings in the back goes, unfortunately they cannot spread out because they are part of the actual arms themselves. You can see the arms are on click ratchet joints. You can spread them up and down, kind of looking pretty cool, like if he's gonna fly. You can see that one almost popped off there. There we go. But yeah, they don't really move much as far as how it looks. But that's because they're actually supposed to be moving in sequence with the actual arms themselves. But yeah, you can see both shoulders have the click joints on there. The elbows themselves are on ball joints, which is really cool. You love to see that with these bigger mechs. These sword pieces do act as part of the wings as well, which is really cool. Unfortunately, there is no knee articulation on this mech. I can see why there isn't any, because it does need to be stable for the airplane, and then for the jet mode, and then also for the mech mode. Also, one thing I don't like, as you can see, is this stud right down there. It does kind of hinder the stance of it, so well, it kind of not necessarily hinders it, but you can't have it too close But yeah, it's still a pretty cool set in my opinion. Pretty good articulation. You can actually, you know, make the mech stand on one leg. I know you could. I was doing it earlier. Like if he's gonna fight, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Looks pretty cool. You can make him be kicking forward, I believe, but he does need some to be balanced fairly well, as these big mechs do need to be. If I can get him. Nope, he is not going to want to stand on one leg kicking. But yeah, you can see the articulation. There is some articulation. Obviously, can there be more? Yes, there can always be more articulations when it comes to mechs, but you have to take into consideration the stability of some of the articulations, some of the joints and things like that, especially for if they're going to be transforming. But we'll actually take a look at the mech a lot closer, as far as the cockpit, the detailings, the head, and things like that. Okay, so one thing I do want to say for this set is the head is actually really small compared to the rest of the body. It doesn't look too small, but it is really small. But I do like the build of this head. I do like the trans clear 1x1, looking as like a visor in a way. Looking down from there, you can see there is a sticker of the Source Dragon, I believe. Opening up the cockpit, you can see I do have Lloyd in here. There's just room enough for just one minifigure, and unfortunately, you know, they probably could have utilized that space right there to put like a control panel of some sorts. That would have been pretty cool. But you can see there's a bunch of different like armor pieces, tiles, and things like that for this mech, which is, I think it's really cool. The feet do have thrusters on there, as you can see. Well, you know, they do play a part in the jet build as well. Looking back, you can see it is pretty covered up, even as a mech. A lot of these combining sets, I know they have trouble filling out gaps in certain modes, I guess you can say. But yeah, to me, this looks really cool. Again, I think this set is really cool, but there is more to this set. Let's go ahead and transform it into the jet and take a look at it. Alrighty guys, there it is in the jet. So I really like how it looks in the jet. It is pretty big. At first on the box, it was giving, it did look like the Pelican from Halo, but now looking at built, it is a really cool build. As you can see, the wings are, you know, they're open. You can actually angle the wings down just a little bit, sort of to get, you know, sort of at a very slight, there we go, very slight angle, giving it that like jet, like actual like fighter jet look, because it's like, you know, supposed to be sleek, aerodynamic, and things like that. But the way that they want you to have it spread out or displayed is having the wings spread out all the way, which still, in my opinion, looks really cool. As you can see, the head turned around, it works as a turret, which I think is really cool. Still really cool build. As far as the legs, you can see right here, the legs, turning those around, you can see the legs are connected right here, because this is where that gray Technic pin was there. So pretty cool. There is also a Technic pin right here, which is pretty cool. There are 2 points of connections, the legs and then the back. As far as everything else goes, at the bottom, looking at the bottom, you can kind of see the arms. There's nowhere you can actually put the arms. I honestly thought you disconnect the arms and put them somewhere, but nope, the instructions have you put them upside down and off to the side just a little, which, I mean, honestly, it looks pretty cool like that. But if you didn't want to have the arms looking that like weird because they're angled, that's why I said you can actually have the wings at an angle, and you see they don't look too bad. That actually looks pretty cool, like if the robot is being lifted. That actually looks pretty cool. But yeah, pretty big set. In my opinion, I really do like this set. Again, it's, you can see, the dark green and the light green. The color combination is cool, and then there's a little bit of yellow, there's a little bit of, grays and gold and things like that. It looks really cool. That's why I was saying earlier, I feel like Lloyd probably would have benefited with a darker like mask piece on his armor, his dual molded armor piece. But again, still pretty cool set. But there's just one more thing that I want to show you guys that I really wanted to do. Honestly, that was one of the main, what I'm going to show you guys is one of the main reasons why I bought this set. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look because I'm really excited. Alrighty, last thing I wanted to show you guys is this set. The skeleton dragon actually can be combined to Thunderfang, which was a set that was released earlier in the year. You guys already know that I love Thunderfang. It's not the best dragon they have made, but it is one of the coolest. This set would have benefited with articulation, but now we know why they didn't use articulation, because we needed the, obviously we didn't know at the time, but now we know you can combine the skeleton dragon with Thunderfang. You can see the tails right here, sort of as more of a like a weapon or a claw type, which is pretty cool. His head is also on here. I think this is acting more as a shield. The feet on here are more just like decorative spike pieces. Then the most of the dragon, as you can see, is in the back. Honestly looks pretty cool. I do know that you have to add these little white pieces. I believe those are the ones that go up on top. Yeah, those are the these two are the ones that go up here with the throne, but since we have to lift the wings pretty high up, we're not able to put those on there. But the instructions do say to put them on Thunderfang right there. And man, Thunderfang looks really cool. I mean, he looks like he's giving Balrog vibes right here. I'm not gonna lie, he is giving major Balrog vibes. But yeah, this is really cool. I just wanted to show you guys how he looked exactly with everything on. But yeah, this set looks so much better. Let's see how it looks next with the mech, and I'll give you guys my final my final thoughts on this set. So here they are next to each other, and honestly, I feel like this set could have been sold as in combination with one another. It's this is $110. I believe Thunderfang was what, like $60-$70, making this $150 or maybe like $180 set would have been really good. 150 in my opinion would have been the best. But yeah, I mean, side by side, it looks really cool. Usually the hero vehicle mechs or whatever it are a lot bigger than the villains are. Very rarely are the villain vehicles or builds and things like that bigger than the heroes. It's just one of the things that hero sets just sell a lot better. But hopefully with Thunderfang and things like that, Lego sees that villains, if done right, villain sets will sell very well. In my opinion, I think this is a really good set, especially if you have Thunderfang. Just hear me out on this. I would wait on a sale, because this is $110, no sale. If you have VIP points and you want to use them, I would use them at least $20 of VIP points, because I mean, this is $110. $100 would have been really cool. I mean, $10 is $10 to some people, but I mean, to other people, $10 can go a long way. That's another set in right now. But I would say if you have VIP points, use like $20. That would be pretty cool, because then you'll get this at about $90. Because then probably a little bit less than $90. Well, no, probably a little bit more than $90, because with tax and everything. But if you're able to find this set on sale, I would jump on it. Less than $100, I would jump on it. I would most definitely jump on it. The minifigures are pretty cool as far as the selections, but the star of the show is Kerr right there. He's being shy, can't see his face, but yeah, Kerr right there. It is the star of the show as far as minifigures, but obviously the star of the show is the transforming mech turning into a jet. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this set. Drop a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Happy holidays, and I'll be I'm pretty sure I'll be doing a review on either the advent calendar or the gingerbread AT-AT, but just stay tuned for that one. Once again, thank you guys. Have a good one, and God bless.